It is exactly 42 minutes past the hour. Welcome back to Sunday Live right here at Citizen Television. In the house tonight, the youthful, bold senator from Nyandarua. He seems unapologetically bold. In fact, he spoke in front of the president the other day, and you should have seen the reaction. He's like 35 years old, half my age almost. Senator John Methu is in the house. Good to see you, Senator.
Good to see you again.
So your behavior the other day, was it appropriate in front of the president?
Well, thank you very much for having me here. And I think first and foremost, such a convenient seat that you've given me, a luminous green seat. I don't want to say that it means anything, yes, but I mean it brightens my heart. It makes me feel very good that I'm on a luminous green seat.
Yes.
And we've had a very good day today. I started in my county, Nyandarua, then we went to Kajiado. We have had a very good day. I have seen really quite a long list of reactions from many people. I've seen people say many things. Some, I think a majority of the people, very happy. A few and a section of the people not really happy. And let me say this, Jeff. First and foremost, I still pass my condolences to the family of the Honorable Kerao. He's a man that I know, he's a man that I've worked with. And I mean, his demeanor has always been a demeanor of people who, a person who has been politically tolerant. He's been a very tolerant person. That's why it was easy for him to campaign on the Jubilee Party and get elected on a UDA zone that time. I have known President William Ruto for quite some time, especially since I was elected. Amongst his most favorite legislators then was myself. Just yesterday, I'm sure you saw, for people who now want to get tripped as post a video of William Ruto driving I don't know what to call it, a tuk-tuk or what. And I'm just next to him. We're just the two of us and some two other members of parliament. No police, no nothing. Yeah. On his farm. I've visited most of his farms. I've been to Koilel, I've been to Sugoi, I've been to Narok, his farm in Narok. I've been with him in most of the state lodges. I've visited State House Nairobi for many times. So therefore, it's a person that I would not say that I don't know. I have campaigned with him. We campaigned together. He campaigned for me. I campaigned for him. And we have really been together.
So the question is, what happened? What happened?
Nothing has happened. That's why I'm coming. So he actually said, and I think it would be inappropriate for anybody to say that what I said was not appropriate before the president, because he himself said two very fundamental things. That as a leader, you have to stay on your line. He actually said that, that when you stand before people, you must do what you promise to do. That is the thing number one that he said. Thing number two that he said, because I know the thing that they feel that was somewhat inappropriate, most of the people who feel that the only thing that they saw that they feel is a bit inappropriate is why I told him, I respect you, but I don't fear you. First, Jeff, fear is a very bad trait. Fear is a trait that would undermine you. And you have to defeat fear to become a good person, to become a good leader.
And you said you don't fear him.
I don't fear him. Do you fear him yourself?
He's the president of the republic.
But do you fear him?
He's your elder.
Yes. You only need to respect him as an elder. Respect his office, respect him as a person, because I said actually, and I want you to review that clip, that I first respect him as the head of state. I respect him as a commander-in-chief. I respect him as a parent. His sons are my age mates. So therefore, it would be wrong for me to disrespect him. But it would be also wrong for me to fear him. Because if I fear him, I will not be a good leader.
But fear is not respect.
Neither is respect fear. You cannot say that you respect a person and you fear him, because when you fear a person, like if I fear you, Jeff, I can't be a good guest tonight. I will not be able to speak up. How would I speak up? Even yourself, if you are, I mean, if you fear even your superiors here, if you fear your superiors here, you can't be a good news anchor. So let me say this. The context upon which we say these words, and if I am given a microphone another time, I would say the exact words. I feel very proud of myself that I actually was able to defeat fear and speak in front of the head of state and tell him of the things that really matter to my people.
Let me ask you this. If you had been in Sugoi,
yes,
and you were given this microphone in the president's backyard, let's admit it, you were in your home ground.
Yes.
You were in your home turf.
Yes.
Now, Prezo alikuwa away.
Yes.
If you were in his home ground, would you have said the same things?
First, I would not have spoken because it would not have been my county. But even if I had been given an opportunity to speak, I don't represent the people of Sugoi. So therefore, the things that I was speaking about, roads and what have you, I will not speak about them. So I would not have had to defeat any fear to address the president, because I don't know the things that he has promised in Sugoi, but I know the things that he has promised in Nyandarua. Now, coming to my point, Jeff, I spoke right after the county woman member of parliament. I spoke after the member of parliament. Both of them who spoke before me, none of them spoke about the promises the president has made to the people of Nyandarua. None of them was courageous enough to tell him, look here, Mr. President, these are the things that these people are expecting and would expect from you. And let me tell you, there's a reason why the crowd was following me, and they were actually reacting the way they were reacting. Let me tell you, Jeff, you may say that I was in my home turf, but I was in very unfamiliar territories, because that whole crowd that you saw there, and I mean, you are a Kikuyu, you know, the first words that I said, all of you had been mobilized at night to come and shout me down. That's what I said, because I knew everybody in that stadium had been mobilized. They had mobilized more than 6,000 people to come to the stadium. But whether they are mobilized or not, the things that I spoke about are things that I know really touch the people. It does not matter whether they're mobilized or not. These are promises that have been made. And there are some people who are actually saying that I should apologize. In fact, the reason why I should apologize, and the only part I think we should apologize, is to the people for Kalau, because we give another avenue for the president to make even more promises. He is making more promises, and the ones that he has already promised have not been honored. Let me tell you, Jeff, where you are standing, Captain, that road that I spoke about is called Captain Ndonyonjeru Road. That road, President William Ruto, he himself, came to launch it when he was deputy president in 2018. Uhuru Kenyatta, before he left office, built 44 kilometers from Ndonyonjeru all the way to Anjohi, all the way to Kwamato. When President William Ruto was elected, among the very first counties that he went to visit for this thing that they were calling County Thanksgiving was in a place called Wanjohi in Kipipiri. And he said in Wanjohi, October of 2022, in 10 months, this road will be complete.
And now?
We are coming slowly. Forget even about now. He came back again in 23rd of February 2023. He now stood at the side of Ndonyonjeru. He said this road in 10 months will be made. He came back May of 2023 during the funeral of Mamukami Kimathi. He spoke about the same road. This road will be complete. He still came back 2nd of January 2024 in Jambini. He said this road from Ndonyonjeru to Geta will be complete. Now he came back during the funeral of Mheshimiwa Kerao, and he said that this road will still be done. Those are 5 times that he has promised about that road. How wrong would I be then, Jeff, to remind him that, Mr. President, look here? Because I knew he will still promise that road. Yeah. Maybe finally, let me also tell you this. For that time that I stayed with William Ruto, there is also some advantage that I got. I know that William Ruto does not like being challenged on projects. One of the roads that I mentioned, the road from the one that he had promised when he was Jabini, is a road called Kinamba, Karangadha, Koharaka. It then starts as Mwedandu, going all the way to Karate. A day after I spoke about it on Wednesday. On Thursday, it was advertised to be improved to bitumen standards. I spoke about Orokau Stadium. The next day, I hear the tractors were there. I spoke about the road from Jambini to Mama Mukami Kimathi. I went there for a funeral on Friday. Yeah. I saw that they are mobilizing. Well, now let me tell you, Jeff, because I can speak about these projects, all of them. Sure. Because I know them. I'm the area senator. By the way, since the president said that all of us should remain on our line, one of my lines, in accordance to Article 96 of the Constitution of Kenya, this is the Constitution, is oversight. So therefore, he cannot purport to say that I was disrespectful for just oversighting the things that he has actually.
But why embarrass him in public? What were you achieving?
Let me say this, Jeff. I had no intent of embarrassing him. I have had no intent of embarrassing him. He's the head of state. And by the way, if I stand before the people and I remind you, Mr. President, because you see, all these people that move with the president, they already spoke on that particular platform. And had I not spoken about those roads, he would not have responded. If what you're calling embarrassment would actually unlock the development that has been promised, and the people of Nyandarua are actually saying, do not even promise us even one more shilling. Now he came and said that forget about those roads that I was talking about. I'm adding road 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm adding this money. He even said that he'll give us 1 billion for the Nyandarua University. I've seen the supplementary budget 2025-2026. There's nothing like that. I've seen the budget policy statement where you put the things that you want to fund in the next financial year. There's nothing like that. I mean, he can't get money from his pocket to fund that kind of facility. So it is not and has never been my intention or any of us. And I said it when I was with you here last. We never pray for our counties or our country to fail. And oversight is a broad spectrum. And since I had never seen President William Ruto before, every time he invites people, even for parliamentary group, those of us who oppose him, he doesn't invite us.
But why? He's your party leader.
He's my party leader.
Yes.
Yes, he's my party leader.
Yeah.
So that's more reason why I should help him, because I was with him when he was promising. That is more reason why I should remind him. And in fact, I told him, Mr. President, these are not things that I'm telling you to do for us. These are things that you have committed yourself. Let me ask you, Jeff. There is a road that connects us to Muranga. A road that is from Jambini to Gatura. Is only 51 kilometers. 51 kilometers is one of the Mau Mau Road lot. Before Uhuru Kenyatta left, he had built 44 kilometers. Only a section of 7 kilometers remained. Just 7. Now it's 3 years, 6 months. It's about 1 year, 6 months to the general election. That road has not been done. Just 7 kilometers. Your predecessor has done 44. You're only required to do just 7. That road cannot be used. So even that money that had already been appropriated for that road has not been done. So how would I sit comfortably in such a... In fact, I'm sure Honorable Kerao was very proud, because these are things that he has had the president commit many times. I'm sure he was very happy that I was able to raise this.
Tell me something. Your clips have gone viral. Let's face it, they've gone viral. And a lot of young people have watched you talk down to your president. What do you think they are thinking?
First, I want you to not to say that I talked down to the president, because it's actually not accurate. I am sure the young people are very emboldened to speak up. Let me tell you, had our young people not defeated fear, Finance Bill 2024 would have passed. Had our young people not defeated fear, because you see, the terror upon which our children were treated, the shooting, the tear gassing, the kind of force that was used by government, the young people defeated fear. They came out and they say that this thing, we don't want it. If you don't defeat fear, Jeff, you can never speak up. And I want to encourage our people, both the young, both the old, speak up, speak up, speak up. And somebody was telling me, the reason why I'm even very happy about you is because these are the things that you speak in the rallies. You speak in the rallies and maybe he doesn't watch. Now he was there. I'm happy that you told him the things that you believe in. Speak about what you believe in.
Even your allies were saying you were disrespectful. Your allies.
I mean, I am not accountable to my allies. I'm only accountable to the people of Nyandarua. I saw the kind of support that the people of Nyandarua gave me when I was raising those things. Let me tell you, I'm not accountable to the president. I'm not accountable to the people. I'm not accountable to my party leader. I'm not accountable to my allies. I'm accountable to the people of Nyandarua. They are the people who have given me this job of being a senator. They are the people who have told me, you are a watchdog. You are the person that we have tasked with this responsibility of oversight. Nobody else. So therefore, I would be very surprised. I would be very uncomfortable if I was saying those things and the people were telling me, no, don't say those things. But the people were cheering up. Even when they wanted to switch off the microphone, the people are now getting fiery. They said, you must allow our leader. You must allow him. Because he's saying the things that you guys, because you are cowards, you can't say. Allow him to say.
By the way, that's not your first time to say this. You were always against authority. Let's go back to Mukami Kimathi's funeral, where you talked about, or you talked to, down to Raila, then Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Let's take a listen to that.
Karibu na mwisho, Your Excellency, kwa sababu kuna maneno mengi tumeomba. Mimi nataka niwaombe msamaha. Mimi sasa ni msamaha, ninataka kuomba. Nataka nikuombe msamaha wewe, na nimuombe naibu wa rais msamaha, na nimuombe mheshimiwa Raila Odinga msamaha. Tunataka kuomba msamaha, mimi mwenyewe niombe msamaha sana. Munisamehe sana kwa sababu nimesikia iko kitu mmekuwa mkitafuta huko Nairobi, na hiyo kitu mmekuwa mkitafuta Nairobi mimi ndio niko naye. Mpaka nikasikia mlifanya mpaka maandamano huko Nairobi mkaribu mali ya watu. Mlikitafuta kitu ilikuwa inaitwa sava, na mimi ndio niko na sava. Hiyo sava mlikuwa mnatafuta huko Nairobi, mimi nimeshafungua. Na mheshimiwa Raila Odinga nimefungua ile sava, na nikaona hii watu walitulima. Hii watu hawatukuwashinda. Hii watu maneno yao ni kama ndio walitushinda. Vile nimefungua hiyo sava, nimeangalia, na unajua Your Excellency, sava ni kitu yenye unaangalia tu. Kimathi Primary School hapa, kura ilipigwa 610. Mheshimiwa William Ruto akapata kura 588. Ule mwingine alikuwa anaitwa Wajakoya akapata kura 1. Yule mwingine alikuwa anaitwa Mwaure akapata kura 3. Kura 7 ikaharibika. Kura 10 ikapatiwa Raila Amolo Odinga. Sasa sava hapa Jabini inasema hao watu walitushinda. Kwa hivyo ile kitu tunaweza fanya mzuri ni kuachia nafasi waendeleze. Ile kitu mimi nataka niseme baba Raila Odinga, kwa sababu watu walitulima ile ya 2022, na vile nimepima kabisa ni kama hiyo tumemaliza. Wacha tujipange na ile ya 2032, kwa sababu hii watu vile wamekaa hawawezi waachilia hii ya 2027. Hii hawawezi waacha, labda tupange ile ya 2032. Na tena vile pia naona Gachagua ameanza kujipanga, tena ya 2032 inaharibika pia. Sijui tujipange na ile ya 2042. Na tena vile yakina Methu ameanza kuja, tena ya 2042 inaweza kuwa maneno ngumu.
Not your first time attacking authority.
I'm not attacking authority, my brother. I mean, I'm just saying, why that time? I mean, the issue was the Azimio team were always on the road complaining about the electoral fraud. And I could tell, I mean, from where I sit, there's no way I would be a legitimate senator, and they're saying that the president is illegitimate. The vote that made me senator is the same vote that made him president. And I'm actually surprised. You've seen the way President William Ruto is laughing. You know, he's very happy on that clip. Now he's the one that wants to lecture us on morals. I mean, if I was wrong then, why was he laughing? Why was he encouraging me? Why was he very happy about it? You've even seen the clips that have been going around. I mean, I'm not the first person to tell President nakuheshimu lakini sikuogopi. I mean, you have seen President William Ruto, he himself was telling Uhuru Kenyatta, I don't fear you. You have seen, because let me tell you, and I want to say this, because it's something that I deeply believe in. As a leader, the first and foremost priority that you must give are the people who have given you that responsibility. You must always think about your people. You must always prioritize your people. I said it on the podium at Old Kalau. It is not my work to clap for William Ruto. That's not what has been provided for in this constitution. You can't see, if you read cover to cover, you can't see a provision that a senator is supposed to clap for the president. But you will see that a senator is supposed to pay oversight on national government. Now, since I have not had an opportunity, and I even said it, Mheshimiwa Rais, unajua mimi sijakuwa na siku nyingi, I have not had an opportunity to see him, and these people who go to State House, I don't know what they keep telling him. Since I got that opportunity, and by the way, it's only that member of parliament disrupted me. I had so much that I wanted to say, especially on projects, because I know them. He came and promised the county aggregation industrial park in Jambini. It was not started. He said that he would give us 250 million. He never gave us even a shilling. He came and promised the St. Luke's water project in Jambini, 1.2 billion. He never gave us even a shilling. He came to Muhoni water project in Kipipiri. He promised us 400 million, not even 1 shilling. He came to Kerema water project in Nyandarua. He promised us 500 million, not even a shilling. He came to Pesidam. He said that it will be done in a year. Has not even been advertised. I had a long list of the projects, and it is him. In fact, it's only that now that's why I thought I would be disrespectful. That's why I chose not to be disrespectful. I would have actually played the clips because I have them.
Speaking of disrespectful, that was Mukami Kimathi's funeral, right? This past week was another funeral for my MP. Why do you people choose to go to funerals to speak politics? Where is the respect for the dead?
First and foremost, you only saw the part where we spoke about politics. You've not seen that. First and foremost, I have visited the family of the Honorable Kera 4 times. I have personally visited the family of the Honorable Kerao 4 times. I visited them in Nairobi. I visited them in Olkalau. I visited them in Olkalau, and we were them on that stadium again. That is number one. Number two, before I said anything, the first thing that I did was to pass my condolences. Number three, and this is what I believe, because I will die someday. If I die someday, if I die like today, Jeff, I would want politicians to come and play a lot of politics in my funeral.
Why?
Because I'm a politician.
Why?
I'm a politician.
Come on, man.
Let me tell you.
And your family?
My family must also acknowledge and appreciate that I've been speaking in so many funerals. It cannot be that I've been speaking in so many funerals, but I don't want them to speak in mine. I'm a politician myself. If it was a reverend who had died, you would see bishops, many of them. You would see reverends, many of them. If you pass on the Jeff because you can't live forever.
Yes.
We'll see a lot of news anchors will be there. I mean, they will be there. They'll be speaking.
No politics. No politics at my funeral.
Because you're not a politician.
By the way, you're not invited.
I mean, who knows who will go before the other? And number two, by the way, when you're dead, you can't invite us. You can't invite us. Yeah.
But you don't think there's disrespect at funerals? We should tone down the rhetoric?
Let me say this, Jeff. First and foremost, there are so many people who have come to such a funeral. And after we condole with the family, there are things people want to hear from their leaders. And if the people did not approve, if they didn't approve, including the family, they would have already told us that we don't approve this particular thing. I lost my dad, and people came to bury my dad on the 2nd of January, 2024. And there were very many politicians. I never had anybody in my family, my mother, my brothers, anybody, even the ones that are not politicians, complain that politicians came to that funeral. In fact, it always looks a very nice thing when you see the kind of respect that these people, by their mere attendance, that these people are actually, according to the person who has departed. The long and short, this one of Olkalau was special in two ways. One, because this is a sitting member of parliament. I mean, he's a colleague of mine. Number two, for me, for example, I have not had an opportunity to see the president. And I don't think that opportunity will even present itself later. I would never have forgiven myself if I left that podium without just mentioning the things that I had been sent by the people of Nyandarua.
So that was your moment? That was your moment?
Let's say so.
Okay, speaking of which, your new best friend, Rigathi Gachagua, DCP leader, who was asked to speak earlier, and he refused. What was that all about? Can you explain to us what happened? Are you the one who told him not to go when he was called up?
I didn't tell him to go. But, and I mean, you get an opportunity to come and interview him someday. But even if I was Rigathi Gachagua, there is something that is called protocol. Whether he's impeached, whether he's removed from office, he still remains a former deputy president. And so, therefore, he has his rightful position. We have seen this. Let me give you an example. So when we went for the consecration of the Bishop of Embu, the Catholic Diocese of Embu, Bishop Kimani, I think it's Kimani or Karaoke, I'm not sure. And Uhuru Kenyatta was in attendance. At what point did he speak? He spoke just after the deputy president, because he is former president. Yeah. So therefore, even Rigathi Gachagua, he always speaks just before the deputy president. So, I mean, that is just protocol.
But
so
he's former.
It does not matter. He still has a place in the protocol. You know, that's what, when we are in a function, there's a reason why the member of parliament spoke before me. There's a reason why the woman member of parliament spoke before me. I mean, if there is no protocol, I can even be called before the MCA. But there's that protocol. MCA, what have you, then you get to governor, then you call him. That's the reason why he was not called after Kindiki. Is because he has his place.
But who cares what order? This is the speakers, come on. Who cares? Come on.
I mean, if nobody cares, if indeed nobody cares, then there cannot be protocol.
But he has no position. He has no position.
He has a position.
What?
It is you who have said, former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. And mind you, by the way, he's only former deputy president of Kenya on paper, but in the hearts of the many people of Kenya, he's actually their preferred leader. And you heard me, when I saluted him, you had the applause that he got from the people. And he even told the president, you can remove him from office, but you can't remove him from the heart of these people. I mean, he told him that, and the people are cheering him because he has his space both at the hearts of the people and also in the pecking order. He has some space. You can't just be called by a mere member of parliament, surely.
But Senator John Methu was representing Nyandarua.
Yes.
Rigathi Gachagua was representing
Kenya. He has represented Kenya. You can't say that I'm bigger than Uhuru Kenyatta because I'm. If you are Uhuru Kenyatta, would you say that he can be called before he can be called by a member of parliament? Why didn't Uhuru Kenyatta get recognized at Embu by just a mere member of parliament? Because there is protocol.
Lakini mulitumia kifua eh?
Hatukutumia kifua.
Mulitumia kifua.
How? That was their crowd. They had hired that crowd. How are we to use kifua? Those were their people. I said it myself. You people have been brought here. They were being brought with buses, with ribbons, and they're being told that you are government people, and you have to wave two fingers when you're coming in. But you can wave two fingers, but you can't. What is in the heart, you can't tell. So when I rose to speak, people were dumbstruck. They were saying, "Hey, this guy was not supposed to be cheered. This guy was supposed to be booed," and everybody is cheering. Even the tent here, where the president is seated, some people are cheering me from behind him.
By the way, your new best friend again, Reggie G, he used to talk about the concept of shareholders. Shareholders are the only ones allowed inside State House. And you were part of that.
Let me say this. And you know, last time we were here, we had that discussion.
Yes.
You know, grass always looks greener on the other side. You know, I was telling Ojenda when we came here last, the thing that they are looking for are shares now. You know, when they are saying that we want power, tunataka power, what is it that they are speaking about? They want share. Let me tell you, everybody votes for a government for a reason. There is a reason why the people of Nyandarua, and there are the expectations that they had when they were voting for William Ruto. Let me tell you, I said here last time, when William Ruto was speaking, every 5 seconds, he'd speak about Mama Mboga. Every another 5 seconds, he'd speak about Boda Boda. Does he speak about them now? Do you hear him speak about it? Have you ever heard him this year? Just give me one quote that you had William Ruto speak about Mama Mboga or Mutia Boda Boda. And I mean, we can place a bet. So everybody is looking for power for a reason. The people of Nyandarua voted for William Ruto because there are things that they expect. And we signed a charter, an economic charter with William Ruto. The same case to the people of Kajiado and every other place because we went to Kajiado today. So there are things that they expected. So everybody is and expects a share of government irrespective.
But look at what's happened to Nyandarua and other counties. You've suffered because development didn't come to your counties.
That is the reason why we actually told William Ruto, and by the way, William Ruto must thank Rigathi Gachagua. By the way, William Ruto must thank Rigathi Gachagua because on that day, and I have gotten very serious feedback, had Gachagua not told the people not to shout down the president, they would have. Because they feel that, now, I mean, time is over. There's nothing we are getting from this guy. I mean, not even one road. You know, I wish he came and said, these roads that the senator has raised, I have done these two, and these ones, and this is a lie. I mean, he just came and repromised. So the people are very, very, very agitated. But they respect Rigathi Gachagua. The people of this Mount Kenya region respect Rigathi Gachagua. And those who felt really, really, really angered, they actually just left. You saw the people leaving in droves when the president was speaking because they didn't want to shout at the president because they had been told by their leader, everybody must keep quiet, and we listen to our leader. Let me tell you, Jeff, it is one amongst the many reasons why we say that we don't want William Ruto to get an extra day in office. Beyond these things that he promised and he has not delivered. When I came here last, I told you that William Ruto has perfected the art of off-book borrowing. I explained to you very, very nicely about, say, for example, this Talanta Hela. I told you that at the end of that agreement, the people of Kenya will have paid 100 billion for Talanta Hela. I told you that. And it would have been done by, I mean, it will be one of the most expensive stadiums in the world.
You said more than Manchester United.
I mean, I mean, you have, and he didn't deny, by the way, I think he watches JKL because he went and responded to me, I think a day or two after. Because, I mean, he knew exactly what I was speaking about. Now, let me give you another example. Do you actually know that now, in every government hospital that has a CT scan, there's a private partner who has partnered with government, and this service is being offered by a private partner. So for a CT scan service, you pay 6,900. Do you know how much remains in the hospital? Only 600. The private partner goes home with 6,300 for every service that is offered across the republic. One person, how do I explain to you? That one person, for example, has come to Royal Media Service and has put his station here and is getting electricity. The main factors of production are 3: land, capital, and labor. So the radiologists are government radiologists. The place where the CT scan is premised is government hospital. And the only thing that you get is less than 10%. And we are now all supposed, and by the way, even if a hospital had a CT scan that is working, you're supposed to lap it and put it candle, and you have to use this one. This one that somebody is making 6,300.
Who's this somebody?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Come on, you must know.
Now, let me tell you thing number 2. You have heard and you have seen this thing about the G2G fuel. You know, when William Ruto came to power and when we were friends with him, he said that we are doing G2G so that we can reserve and we can save on our dollar reserves because we use a lot of our dollars to buy fuel. So he said that we have to do G2G. One of the companies that was pre-qualified was Gulf Energy. And Gulf Energy, the executive director of Gulf Energy is Francis Njogu. Francis Njogu is a brother to Rosalind Njogu. Rosalind Njogu is a PS for diaspora. That's the first question. By the way, it's a requirement of the law that you must declare pecuniary interest. That's a requirement in the Constitution. You must declare what we call conflict of interest. That's very express. That if you, Jeff, if I'm your brother and I'm a government person, and you're getting any service from government, you must declare that so-and-so is my brother, so that it is no sin that this service you are getting is through the influence of my brother. Now, the thing that Gulf Energy has done so far, and you've now seen the direct link of the executive director and a person from government, they went to Taro Oil, the ones that are exploring fuel in Turkana. And you know what they told Taro Oil? You don't have something that is called field deposit licenses, and we shall cancel it if you don't give us shares. Now, we find ourselves in a situation where people are being arrested, not because they have done, or rather, even if they have done something so wrong, one of the things that they have done is that they have taken business directly out of the line of William Ruto. They have taken this business that was supposed to be done by William Ruto has now been taken by other people, or they have bought from other people. Because you see, G2G is meant to remove this thing that is called public procurement. You don't go through the normal process. You do what we call direct procurement. So it is a njia ya kando of not following the law.
So let me ask you this. Is it over between you, President Ruto, and UDA? Is it over?
I, of course, said it. I said it before him. I'm not even saying it here. I said it that my party leader is Rigathi Gachagua. I said it before him. And it's not even about me. Even our people, we said it before him, and we told him, Mr. President William Ruto, my party leader said, Rigathi Gachagua, tulikupenda sana. Watu hawa walikupenda sana. I'm quoting him verbatim. Lakini wewe ukatugeuka na sisi tumekugeuka. That's what he said. Because he keeps calling us tribalists.
But don't forget, Gathoni wa Mushomba in Githongori. She was in...
Oh, by the way, she has been cast, eh? You saw? No, she was cast by the elders. You saw that?
No, I didn't see that.
He didn't see that.
But she was like you.
Yes.
She, deep in UDA, went out, and now has come back to UDA. What's to stop you from coming back to UDA?
I'm a principal leader. And, let me tell you, one thing that William Ruto dangles, and I think that is something that I've been able to overcome by now, is money. You know, he dangles a lot of money. I'll give you 5 million. I'll give you 50 million. I'll give you 500 million. I'll make you a minister. I'll make you this. He has so many offers that he will keep giving to many people. Now,
has he offered you?
Many times, of course. Like for the Olkarau by-election, by now DCP has like 7 candidates. Those candidates are being carpeted every day. They are being offered money. You're being told that if you come to our side, we'll first give you money. After we give you money, we'll campaign for you. We'll do this, we'll do this, we'll give you this business, we'll give you that, we'll give you that. I mean, that is the kind of thing that, and you have to be a very firm leader for you to overcome that. You have to be an extremely firm leader to be to overcome those overtures by President William Ruto and his team.
And what if your new best friend, I keep calling him your new best friend, Ricky G, what if he decides to work with President Ruto? What will you do?
That will be upon him.
Huh?
That will be upon him to... I know him. I know he can't work with William Ruto. I know he can't work with William. But in the event, because the people of the region that I come from, let me speak about the region that I come from, have unequivocally said and told me that they don't want to work with William Ruto. So if I listen to my people...
What if he delivers? What if he delivers between now and next year?
But there are things that he can't undo. Like, for example, when you say that he can deliver, how does he raise the people that he has killed? I mean, the things that he has done, some of the things that he has done, like the overture and the attacks that he has done in the church, how can he undo that? The defilement that he has done, in my own presence, I've seen it. I was in church in Mweki. I was in church in Wetima. I saw the kind of things that were happening there. That is not the kind of leader I would want to follow.
But what are your plans? I mean, let's say you're going to run again for senator, right?
Yes.
What if William Ruto comes back? What if he wins re-election? What are you going to do?
Let me tell you, there's nothing that I'll do. It is the work of a pastor to preach to people and tell them that we are going to heaven. Whether people want to go, if people choose to follow him to heaven, that is just upon them. It is my work to continue and continuously remind them that William Ruto is not a good person and he does not deserve a minute in office.
And if he gets in a second term?
I will still continue doing my work. My work is oversight. I'm not running for the presidency. But I don't see him actually getting it. I don't know how you... You know me, I move a lot. I was in Kajiado today. Everybody was saying one time. I was in Ukambani. Everybody is saying one time. I was in Western. Everybody is saying one time. I think next week we are going to the coast. Everybody is saying one time. So how can he win? Where will he get these votes?
I'll tell you where, because on your side, or alternative government they call it, the list is endless. I mean, who are you going to choose? Are you going to choose Kalonzo?
The thing that we have all agreed, by the way, we know who we don't want as president. In fact, don't even rule out and say that I will just be a senator. These people can actually even pick on me. Because they
to be president?
Yes.
You?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Why not? Why not? I'll be a very good president. I can't kill your
children. Are you going to shave your beard?
I can't kill your children. With or without my beard, I can't kill your children. I would respect the Constitution. I can't keep defending... you will not see the kind of budget that you see now for State House. Why? Now, let me ask you, Jeff. Because
Okay, other than you, since you've just thrown your hat in the ring...
No, I'm just saying...
I know. So, who beat the guy? Who's going to decide who the guy... Is it Kalonzo? Is it Matiang'i? Is it Martha? Is it Eugene? Is it Mutembei? Who is it going to be?
Let me tell you, that would be the easiest of all decisions. Because all of them have actually committed to us. All of them. Rigathi Gachagua has committed. Fred Matiang'i has committed. Kalonzo Musyoka has committed. We just work out on a formula. And if we see that this formula is the one that will make William Ruto go home by 6 o'clock, is the one that we want to employ. We don't want a formula that will take us to 8 in the morning. We want a formula that will ensure that at 6 o'clock, the guy is in Sugoi.
What's the formula?
It's not yet, we are not yet there. We are not yet there.
Mukombali.
You know, if we pick on a candidate now, that candidate will be finished by William Ruto, and we know him. So we shall not give him that attitude.
So you're going to wait as long as
we are going to wait.
Until the right time?
Until the right time, yes. But we are very happy. We are in very good space. And we have very good people who are working with us. And I'm very happy about those principles. Because none of them looks down on the other. None of them cannot support any of them.
By the way, you're only 35 years old. When did you start politics? When did you start this?
I'm just a first-time Senator Jeff. Only that I come from a very humble background, and that's where and why my life, my heart is always with the people. My preoccupation in my mind, even when I was speaking in Orkalau, even when I'm speaking to you now, my thoughts, my mind, my everything is with the people that elected me. Because had they not elected me, you, Jeff, would never have known me. You would never have seen me. I mean, I come from a very small village called Karoboidi. I know Karoboidi is a very, very, very remote area. So, therefore, the people who brought me from Karoboidi to Nairobi are the people of Nyandarua. So, therefore, my mind is always preoccupied with.
Is that where JM Kariuki was from?
Yes.
Nyandarua?
Yes.
Right?
And by the way, I'm John Methu, JM.
I didn't think of that. Very good, very good. We have lots of feedback, Senator. Lots of feedback. Kaleche, Olive?
Yes, we do. Let's see who we have up first. This is Arime Kiberenge. We need 10 of this kind. Telling the president that his promises were lies is not disrespect. Disrespect is failing to tell him. So that's a comment. This is Christo, who says that was pure disrespect, because if an employee tells the employer the same, it will be disrespect. His emotions also betrayed him. This is Oyugi PC, who says he's chasing clout. Tell him to respect the president. Just 4 years ago, he was a mere staff at the County Assembly Speaker's office. This is, let's see who's up next. Jonathan Karibu, who says, you've been critical of the current administration. What concrete steps are you taking to unite opposition leaders into one coalition for 2027? Kenya's opposition has often been fragmented. What makes your team different this time? And why should Kenyans believe you can stay united?
You know, the mere thought of what William Ruto can do, first to us, forget even to the country, what he can do to those of us who oppose him if he was to be re-elected, is what puts us together. Everybody who is in our team knows the extensive threat of William Ruto getting a second term. That's why we remain together. We have to coalesce together.
So you're scared to death?
If one of us, you know, there is a reason why buffaloes move in a herd. If one of the buffaloes leave the herd, they become a very easy target. Even this united opposition, if one of us leaves the herd, he will be a very easy target for William Ruto. We have to remain together.
All right. This is Ras Bashir Were, who says, Senator Methu is a courageous leader. He asked questions on behalf of Kenyans. This is Muya Njoroge. In the age when the demand for accountability is perceived as arrogance, boldness is all we need. Senator Methu has become that for us. This is M. Ndalo, who says, in simple English, the speech by Honorable John Methu is what we call political maturity. I love how he spoke about the incomplete projects. A leader must stand and factually represent his people. Congrats, Senator. This is William O.T., who says the only thing Methu fears is a baba.
Kinyozi too.
All right, James Letting from Nakuru. Jeff asked Senator Methu why he spoke passionately against the president at the funeral. What measurable alternatives is he proposing to the policies he criticized?
We talked about that, I think.
All right. This is John. Asked the senator if former DP had not been impeached, could he have attacked Prezo as he did?
Wow, good question.
First, we have agreed that I didn't attack the president. I think we have already agreed and come to a convergence that I didn't attack the president. Maybe if you would have asked whether I would have spoken the same, I think I would have. You know why? These projects that I'm speaking about, they are all capital projects. They are not projects that can be completed in one month. We now have 1 year, 6 months of the general election. So we don't have time. Honestly, we have to tell the president now. If he has to do these things, he does. We are just about to finish the 2025-2026 budget. We are getting to the last budget, 2026-2027. So therefore, if we don't tell him now, when would we have told him?
By the way, why attack Ishungwa so much? What was that about?
No, I didn't attack him. I said, Mheshimiwa Ishungwa, you have been abusing us. You have been abusing Rigathi Gachagua. Don't abuse him in parliament. He's never in parliament. Don't abuse him in State House. He never comes to State House. Come and pick the mic and abuse him now. Let me tell you, guy was scared. He was running after the president like a small boy. I have never seen a guy scared like that, but he never even came close to that microphone. Even his name was not mentioned. Speak where? Speak where? He was shaking like this. He was shaking like a leaf. In fact, when they were leaving that function, he was just speaking. Even the ADC of the president was behind Ishungwa. He was not leaving the president. He was moving with him like this. Got to one of the escort cars. Are you sure? I was told that even at the plane, he got the plane before the president. First to be, to feel safe. The way a small boy runs after the father when things get very tough.
But he did go back to parliament and did the very same thing. Speaking about the former deputy president.
That's why he speaks. He's very safe there. He's very secure there. And he speaks about a person who is not there. They never bring a substantive motion about him. They already spoke about him. They have spoken about him every time. In fact, I'm sure even on Tuesday they'll speak about him. They'll keep speaking about him there because they can't speak about him anywhere else. They can't come to Mount Kenya anyway and speak about those things they speak about.
All right.
Solomon, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. Methu is not intelligent in my view. He wants to win the whole world and lose his soul. Foolishly excited in the eyes of the public. Can he berate his governor, whom he is actually supposed to oversee, or he can say all the projects in the county have been completed? Let us give the head of state the respect that he deserves. Any response to that?
I will say this. You see, I meet the governor every time. By the way, the governor comes to the Senate. I ask him many questions. He comes before the Education Committee. I've been with him there. He comes before the County Public Investment Committee. I am with him there. He comes before the County Public Accounts Committee. He is among the few governors who came before CPAC. He's not among the 29. He came. And we have been paying oversight on him. I meet him even on forums. The person that I have not met is President William Ruto. That's why first I had to deal with William Ruto that day, because I can meet Badilisha anytime. I can ask him many questions many times.
Okay.
Okay, this is Ruth Ondieki. What Honorable Methu did last week was disrespectful to the presidency. He didn't show bad behavior to Ruto, but the presidency shameful. Let us see. Miriam Khalid from Mombasa asked Methu, wasn't there any other way of reminding the president of the promises? Maybe seeking confidence with him rather than reprimanding a whole head of state in front of the public.
Well, this is just an opinion. Let me say, even that holding room where President William Ruto is briefed about many things, we are not allowed in. By the way, do you know that we are not even allowed in the funeral? We were not allowed. We came through, not even through the main entrance. We had to come through, another entrance, and many people had to be asked. The deputy president, Rigathi Gachagua, had to stop at the entrance for like 10 minutes before people could consult and agree that he is attending a funeral. A funeral, just a funeral. So if they can't allow me in the holding room, where else was I supposed to speak to the president? And I know why. Because at the holding room, the people who get in there, they are, his choir members. They just speak, the president here, 2-term, people things are nice here. We have mobilized people here, don't worry. You shall be clapped for here, we are in charge.
Don't forget, that's your party leader.
If they were hesitant to allow you into the funeral, how did you secure your seats? I think you were sitting between the two CSs, William Kabogo and Rebecca Miano.
The seats kept moving. I want you to look at the photos that came before. It looked like I'll sit next to Badilisha. Then it was moved, I think next to the woman member of parliament. Then it was pushed to the far corner. So by the time we got in fact, my seat was not where I sat. That seat that I sat was where Rigathi Gachagua was supposed to sit. But I think he felt more comfortable sitting on my left than sitting on the left of Kabogo.
So it was like musical chairs.
Yeah, maybe so to say.
So what did they tell you after you went up and you told the president, na kuheshimu lakini sikuogopi?
Who now?
Miano, Kabogo.
Well, they just expressed themselves. They said, "Oh, you don't tell the president that." I told him I will tell him because I'm the senator of this area. Who is the senator here? If you think I've said anything wrong, go pick the microphone and tell the people I've said anything wrong. They were shaking. Nobody could actually go up there. After I spoke, only Badilisha, Rigathi Gachagua, Wetangula, Kindiki, and Ruto spoke. Only 5 people spoke. The rest of the people who are actually every time boasting and saying that we are in charge, they couldn't go there.
Why didn't Rigathi Gachagua feel comfortable sitting next to Kabogo?
Well, I can't speak for him, but I'm sure I would not. If I were Rigathi Gachagua, I would not sit next to Kabogo. I would feel more comfortable to sit next to my lieutenant general.
All right. Okay, let's see which other comments we have and questions. This is at Jason the 6th. Tell Senator Methu, as Gen Z, we love him 80% of the time. However, if he joins or does a collaboration with Sifuna and Babu Owino, we will love him 100% of the time. Maybe this coming Sunday in Nakuru, would love to see that.
Oh, how about that?
Let me tell you, when you're hunting a dangerous animal, you don't hunt all from the same side. You have to hunt that animal from different fronts. And that's why we are hunting from different fronts. So Kina Sifuna are hunting that side, we and Rigathi are hunting this side, Kina Tawe are hunting with Governor Mutembei that side. Everybody is hunting, but we shall at some point come to the same table.
So are you all together in this hunt?
We are all together because the end goal is the same. All of us are saying, William Ruto, I will go home. We are united by that current call. So all of us will come together.
Are you assuming all this, or have you been meeting and talking and chatting?
I'm not assuming. I'm not a small man in our formation. I'm not a small man in our formation. So therefore, I know the things that are going on, and I know why you keep hearing, like I even saw today, the aide of President William Ruto, Faruqi Bet, is speaking, so bitterly about President Uhuru Kenyatta, just because President Uhuru Kenyatta said, "Hata mimi nasikiza ground." He said that he's listening to the people. That already makes them very uncomfortable because they know that ultimately everybody who loves this country will coalesce around this idea of making William Ruto a one-term president.
What do you say to the people, I'm curious, who say, like the president himself has claimed that the united opposition has no agenda other than one term?
I said, and I want to repeat, every agenda that we have of fixing the health, fixing education, fixing everything that we are speaking about can only be achieved if first he has left State House. It can't be achieved when he's there. So the first and foremost agenda is to remove him. All these other things are following. You hear us speak about how we shall improve our health sector. You hear us speak about how we shall fund more our education system. I'm sure you saw that we are now getting to 100% transition. 268 students are expected to join university. The expected capitation is 29 billion. What the government has set aside is 16 billion. There is already a shortfall of that 10 billion. But the budget that keeps growing, State House budget. That's what we want to fix.
All right. This is at Moscow KE. Mr. Methu is now on record saying he cares more about, quote, his people. But is he a senator for a tribe or for the entire nation? Leadership should unite, not divide. When, quote, my people becomes the priority, it raises a bigger question. What about all Kenyans? This is how tribalism speak.
By the way, when I speak about my people, I speak about the people of Nyandarua. The people of Nyandarua are not from any tribe. The people of Nyandarua are from many tribes, but they're the ones who have elected me. There are Kisis in Nyandarua, there are Luos in Nyandarua, there are Kikuyus in Nyandarua. So when I speak about my people, they're the people of Nyandarua, and they're my people.
All right. Let's see who this is now. Who do we have up next? This is at Wilson, who says, I come from Geta Ward. We haven't managed to use a stretch from Ndonyo Njeru to Geta for 3 years since it's been closed for construction. Senator Methu has his facts very right. This is JNM Nairobi. Honorable Methu, you don't have any atom of respect for the President of Kenya and his office. That's the end of your career. Kenyans are not fools. This is at Good Luck J. Courage. I think the problem here in Kenya is that we are not used to speaking the truth to power. We are now witnessing youthful leaders coming up with a renewed approach. God is the only one to be feared. And then he says he references Isaiah 41:10, Joshua 1:9, and let us not confuse respect for fear.
Yeah,
that's what you said.
Yeah,
And
I said respect is distinct
and it's earned.
And it's earned.
Respect is earned.
But like for President William Ruto, he has earned. He is the president, so we have to respect him. The only thing that I keep repeating, and I'll repeat it to you for the umpteenth time, is that you cannot oversight him, so to say, if you fear him. How do you oversight a person that you fear? How do you oversight a person that you fear? You have to first defeat fear so that you can tell him, Mr. President, I think this is wrong, this is broken. Mr. President, this is wrong, this is broken. Let me tell you, the way Parliament has become an appendage of the executive, that is not what was provided for in the Constitution. Yeah. This thing of separation of power was meant to have Parliament deal with the excesses of the executive. Now, when Wetangula stands in a gathering like that and he says, "Mpende viongozi wenu, mpende William Ruto," how does he oversight a person that is campaigning for? How does that not compromise the independence of Parliament? How does that not make Parliament an extension of the executive? When they are going out to doing, I think they are calling them, grassroots elections for UDA, and your party, I saw my own speaker, Amazon Kingi, is doing grassroots meetings for UDA, popularization meetings for UDA. So how is he supposed to be an umpire of a house that has senators from UDA, senators from ODM, senators from UDM, senators from DCP, senators from Wiper, and all these other parties? Let me tell you, Jeff, we must continuously speak and speak up. And especially those of us who have been elected young, there's nothing else to write home for. And I have seen somebody say that that might be the end of my career. I will not mind. I am willing to sacrifice everything. Everything. And speaking like that to the head of state is putting so much at risk, including my own life. But let me tell you, even if I was to drop dead tonight, even if I was to be arrested tonight, and I said it there, even if you arrest me, even if you beat me, even if you kill me, I would die having said what I believe in my heart is the correct thing, and having spoken for my people, the people who elected me.
Just like the man who used to represent that county back in the day.
And by the way, there's a reason why you remember J.M. Kariuki and you don't remember any other member of parliament who was in Nyandarua. Yeah. He may not have been there for long. Somebody said that everybody has one life, and if you live correctly, one is enough. You don't have to live for many years. By the way, even Jesus Christ lived for 33 years. We have never forgotten of the things that he did. For the 33 years that he lived, we have never forgotten. So you don't have to live to be very old. And these things that I keep hearing people tell me, oh, you must be careful. Oh, William Ruto will hurt you. Oh, William Ruto will do this to you. I will just say like Jesus said to the women who came during his crucifixion, and they were crying for him. And he told women of Jerusalem, cry for yourself, cry for your children. This country that I'm fighting for, I'm not living alone. These children that the president says shoot in the leg are not my own children. They are the children of the people of Kenya. So pray for your country, cry for your country, think about your country, fix your country. Encourage your children to register as voters so that they can have a voice, so that they can help us correct the wrongs.
Well, this election 2027 will be a milestone in Kenya's history.
It will. This one will be a milestone in the Kenyan system because, first, no president has served for one term. This will be the first. It will be historical, and it will be a lesson, especially to those who come after him. Number two, especially for us as a region. Most of our members of parliament have been compromised. And if we successfully remove all these people, it will become such a sweet lesson that betrayal will be something that people will be speaking about in whispers for a long time. Nobody will ever want to betray their people just because you are getting favors from State House. Nobody will want to betray their people just because you are getting money or you are getting business or you are getting anything from State House. You always think about your people.
Speaking of betrayal, you saw the Akorinos who went to State House today. There's a huge crowd.
Yeah.
And your new best friend, he called them tumbocrats.
Please let me not speak about Akorinos. They are my in-laws. My wife is a Makorino. So I don't want to speak about our in-laws. The thing that I want to speak about, I always ask myself, like the other day, 12,000 women from Nyandarua and Wanawake were invited in State House. Each of them was given 10,000 shillings. That's a whopping 120 million. 120 million, one sitting. I hear today, the Akorino are being given 3,000. I have told you they are my in-laws, so I know. They were expecting 10,000, by the way. So they were given 3,000, they were calling me and they're saying, hey, Methu alikata pesa yetu. So even for argument's sake, just assume there were 5,000. That's already 15 million shillings. So tell me, how do we build an economy? By giving people handouts. How do we build a country? By just calling people. What percentage of the people of Kenya can go to State House and get that money? Why can't we just distribute this money? How do we say that the country cannot fund enough our education model yet to get that kind of money in State House? How do we get that kind of money? That you can spend like 300 million one day. You saw that keep forgetting his name. We call him Soprano, but he has a better name. Occasionally we call him Soprano, but he has another name. He has another name. Yeah,
he's the deputy.
Yeah, that man. So you saw that he spends 8 million shillings every day on choppers. 8 million. 8 million. 8 million to go and distribute beans and rice in Nyandarua. Because that's the only thing that he comes to do in Nyandarua. To go and distribute UDA t-shirts in Garissa. To go and do sensitization for, I think, women, I don't know where. How can we run a country like that, Jeff? Why can't we empower our people so that they can create wealth, so that they can become independent? We can't leave a country, Jeff. No country has ever been founded, including that Singapore that I speak about, on handouts. And that is why you see this, and you know, the ridicule is that Kenyan police are being sent to Haiti to go and control the goon situation there. Yet back home, goons are controlling right, left, and center. I always ask myself, if anybody wants to come to my village in Jambini and do a meeting, including William Ruto, why can't I allow him to come and do his meeting? Whether he's saying two-term, whether he's saying what, let him come and do his meeting. If I think he has said anything so wrong, I can organize my own meeting. I can go and organize my own meeting the next day. Why would anybody barricade a town like we saw yesterday? Barricade with the police because you can't get now people. And there are thousands of people, your own people, because these are not people from Uganda. These are our own people, our own people. So your own people, like say, I'm organizing for police to tear gas people in Olkalau. These are my people. Why can't I allow anybody to come and do their meeting in Olkalau? If they have said anything that I don't agree with, I go and do another meeting tomorrow because they can't live with the people.
Yeah.
So this thing of that especially the president is playing with, you know, when you start organizing these goons, over time they overrun you. Because one, you introduce them to handouts, you introduce them to money. So when they will not get money, they'll have to look for money.
Yeah, but you have your own goons as well. That's not.
We don't have. You have goons. We don't have. For what?
You're goonless.
But why? Why we enjoy massive support? Everybody is singing one time. Why do we need goons? Like we saw in Kikuyu. Everybody was singing one time. Why would we want goons to do what? To help us do what? First, goons can't fight with police. These people are using bullets. These people are using tear gas. How do we combat the police? We will just, in fact, we even write to the Inspector General of Police, and we tell him that on such and such a day, on such and such an occasion, we shall be on such and such a time, we shall be at such and such a place. So, if indeed we had goons, why would we require police protection?
All right. On that goon note, Senator John Methu, good to see you. The other person from Nyandarua, JM. By the way, when are you going to shave that beard?
I told you last time. Well, you saw that in that clip that I used to look very nice when I was.
You're clean.
I mean,
you're clean.
My wife keeps telling me that I need you to shave this beard, but I tell her we're in the forest. We don't have the attitude and the space to even look very good. We are in the forest. We are fighting. You can't fight when you're looking very nice. You have to fight when you're...
So when you win, utanyoa?
Yeah, I'll go back to... So I want to ask the people of Kenya to help me get shaved by kicking out William Ruto.
If you do win, make sure you call us so we can film it. We have to film it.
Okay.
Yeah. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you, brother.
Thank you. All right, we can take a break, come back. All the Boris will have sports news. Thanks so much for tuning in. Stand by. Back in a moment.